Hi guys, welcome back to another video, semi-vlog. It's just a quick and simple get ready with me. Today is actually Thanksgiving Day, so we are getting ready to head out in order to celebrate with the family. I'm gonna start getting ready now, and I thought that I would answer some questions. I actually hit 6,600 subscribers this year, and it still blows my mind that this channel continues to grow. I mean, it warms my heart, and at the same time, I'm so grateful for each and every one of you that decides to come and watch my videos, comments, likes, and all of that. And obviously all of the amazing friendships that I've also been able to build through these platforms. So I asked on my Instagram and here as well if you guys had any questions. I kind of wanted to do like a little bit Q&A. So this is definitely going to be a little chatty get ready with me. Now, I did my hair, and I was laughing because there's this meme that is like, oh, when you fix your hair and then you have the urge to just like pull it back. And that's exactly how I felt after I finished it. So I don't have those fancy cute little clips, so I'm gonna get one of my silk scrunchies from Silk Philosophy. I like her thicker ones in order to hold my hair back, because they don't leave any type of like indentation or anything. I was definitely late to the silk scrunchie game, and now they are a complete game changer for me. I will be applying a little bit of lip balm first, just to kind of prep my lips. Where's my lip balm? Okay, let's go with this one. The Rhode one is really, it's pretty hydrating, to be honest, and it does leave a little bit of color. As much as I will try to do my makeup facing you guys, this little kind of camera here on the side, it's a little bit of a difficult situation. And I also have like a little ring light on it too to make this, to make the lighting of this video a little bit better, but we'll see how far we go. So the first thing I'm gonna apply is primer, and I've mentioned it before, you guys, but my makeup routine is very simple, very amateur, honestly. Now, I will say, I do think that the fact that I have started getting chemical peels also really helps how like kind of radiant my skin looks when I have my makeup. I just like how it turns out. I'm happy with it. So as I said, we're just gonna continue using the products that I use and that I know that I already love. So for concealer, I am using the Clarins Everlasting Concealer. And then let me go ahead and pull up those questions, because if not, I feel like we're gonna be here forever. So the first one is, what made you decide to create a YouTube channel? And I think I've touched base on this before, and it's honestly so funny. I have to thank Minx for that, because about, I wanna say it was actually in 2015, Rudy and I, my husband and I, decided to take a year off to travel abroad. So just like kind of really quick on that note, it was something that he saw that some content creators were doing, and then he was like, that's such a great experience. Like, now that we have the opportunity, we were, pretty young at that time. I think we were like 26, 27. We worked in banking, so we knew that even though we would like quit our jobs and head out, we would be able to get jobs when we returned back to the US. Like, that was never honestly our kind of hesitation in regards to that. But I did have hesitations just in general to like leave my family. I only have my mom and my dad here, but still, we're very close, all of us with our family. So that was kind of like the only thing that I contemplated going back and forth. We also had a fur baby at that time. And that was something that at first was kind of like, okay, what are we gonna do with her? But we actually ended up taking her. Her name was Cookie. She unfortunately has passed away since then. It's been about 3 years since my baby has been gone, and I miss her every single day. If you guys have a fur baby, I'm sure you understand. But I'm so happy and glad that we have that memory with her also. So she ended up coming along too. So we definitely just decided that, hey, this is the time to do this. Let's go ahead and, just do that. So we moved abroad, we quit our jobs, we saved up and then moved abroad. Our plan was to travel every month. However, unfortunately, our fur baby, she suffered from epilepsy. So I feel like, and she was a Chihuahua, so Chihuahuas in general are just very nervous. So I feel like the transition of changing her so often, we were moving around for like the first 3 months, we noticed that her epilepsy attacks were happening a little bit more often. So we decided to house in France. And then from there, we still did certain side trips and things like that. It was an incredible year. It definitely changed our mindset in so many things. We came back, you know, with so many different goals, you know, that we wanted to achieve. Those goals have also changed and evolved over the years, and now we have new goals. But back to the whole idea, or the main point, was that during that time, obviously we had, you know, some free time here and there. I should have totally started YouTube back then, but we didn't. And the whole thing is that I would watch a lot of like Jerusha Couture, Minx. So I always have had a love for handbags. And little by little, obviously, you know, as I started my handbag collection, I also got into designer items. And then I saw that there was like an audience, or, you know, just people that were as interested in that as I was. And it was honestly so refreshing. It was so nice to actually see the comments in Minx videos of so many people that were like, oh my God, yes, this is so exciting, or congratulations. Because it's funny, but I feel like we can all agree that the people that we have around us on the daily, we can't connect with them in that way. So when we got back, then I always, you know, had that in the back of my mind, like, I should just start that. I should just start that. And really quick, that was gonna get me into another kind of like subject, but I kind of wanted to talk about like the fact of like, you know, when you have like a YouTube channel like this, one second. So when you start a luxury YouTube channel, or like a handbag YouTube channel, or anything like that, I honestly think that you need to already like first own pieces and know that, you know, it's just, you're gonna start sharing about something that you genuinely like, and that you, regardless, were going to add, you know, into like your handbag collection. Let me get a mirror. Okay, let me see if we can work this out this way better. So yeah. Because honestly, you guys, YouTube, at least to begin, and for many years, I've been doing it now for, I want to say it's going to be 4 years next year, it's not going to be the source of income that you're going to use in order to buy these pieces. You know, I'm going to be fully transparent with all of you guys, and I hope that you appreciate this more than anything. But just an example, I have 6,000 subscribers, as I said. It all varies. The category of YouTube channel that you go into also plays a role, as in how much you get paid. But just for what I'm sharing, and for you to have an idea, is I have about 6,000 subscribers. I get about 80,000 views. So people that view my videos on a monthly basis. And for that, I get paid about $400 a month. So those $400 are not funding any of my Hermès purchases. Okay, so you definitely need to get into YouTube, because you're gonna get into something that you enjoy. Yes, can you potentially, you know, I would love for YouTube to become kind of my career, and to replace my, you know, full-time job's income. A lot of people make it seem like, oh yeah, I'm a YouTuber. Yes, those YouTubers could probably make thousands and thousands of dollars, but it's not from creating videos and putting them out there. There's a lot more other things that, when you have a YouTube channel, will come with time, and then those things will little by little, obviously, you know, give you income, and as you grow, you can charge, or you can have more income come in. I hope that I could give you at least a little bit of a perspective, because when I started YouTube, you know, I was surrounded by people that were like, oh my God, that's amazing. You're gonna make so much money. That's gonna be great. No, definitely not the case. It absolutely helps if you do get something and you create a channel in regards to a topic that you really enjoy. Because even though I love talking about handbags, and I can talk about handbags for hours, days, months, it is draining. There's a lot that comes behind a YouTube channel, especially if you don't outsource anything. Like, I don't make enough money to outsource an editor, or, you know, somebody to like edit, post, publish, you know, create my social media, things like that. You know, with $400, I mean, I would just be working basically for free. So just keep that in mind. I think I rambled on and on in regards to that, but I just decided to start it because of that, because I love talking about that. I saw that there was kind of so many people out there that really enjoyed also listening to videos and seeing videos in regards to those topics as well. So I thought that I just wanted to get on the internet and share my opinions. I also thought that based on my personal collection, it was also going to be a different scene due to the fact that I, you know, didn't have like the most expensive handbags. My collection is very varied. I feel like I have handbags that cost $100, and I feel like obviously, you know, my Hermès Birkin that cost 10, whatever it is that it costs at the moment right now. So I felt like I would be able to connect and be able to give honest opinions in regards to various price points and various brands of handbags with a lot of you. Okay guys, we have to move. Actually, I took that off because I started getting very hot. I felt like my hair was gonna get damaged. I just ironed it, so I'm gonna have to retouch it again. As you can see, it's already curling. Oh heaven lord. Okay, yeah, it was definitely very warm in there, so we moved out to my filming space. But all right, so next question is, what was the most exciting, or like the video which I had the most fun filming? And honestly, there's been a few, because I feel like anytime I do an unboxing, it's so exciting, whether it's a Coach bag or whether it was my Hermès Birkin. But with that being said, I think that due to the fact that I grew to have so many of you kind of like also invested in the Hermès journey with me, and so many of you were like asking me questions, so many of you wanted to know, when is she coming, like, you know, how much have you spent? Like, we were in it together, you know. I would get on here and kind of share with you guys every single time something would happen. So I feel like filming that video and sharing with you all when I finally got offered my Hermès Birkin was so much fun. If you don't remember, or if you do remember, because you probably saw it, but if not, I'll leave a link down below in case you want to check it out. I went and I got balloons. Like, I set up the whole room so like in a celebratory sort of situation, because it honestly was a huge celebration. I feel like we were all in it together. We all wanted the Birkin to finally arrive. So with that being said, let's dive into the next question, and that is, how close are you to getting your next quota bag? And honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea. If you guys know Hermès and you guys know how everything works around there, you pretty much never know when it is that you're going to get offered your bag. I have just kind of taken a little bit slower this time around, in the sense that, you know, I did say that I separate funds for, you know, these luxury expenses that, you know, I enjoy and I love. So if 1 month, let's say I decide to add like my Polen, you know, numero 10 that I added, that was a month that I couldn't put $600 towards Hermès. So that had to wait until kind of like the next month. And last year I kind of, you know, went in hard, focused on just, okay, all my funds are going to go to Hermès, and trying to, you know, go ahead and build my pre-spend, because I really wanted to have that bag finally in my collection. This year just kind of took a little bit slower. From the rumors that go around, supposedly you are only able to get offered 2 bags per year from your boutique, but I think that really depends just on the boutique. As I've done numerous videos about, it just really depends, you know, on the demand and things like that. To be completely honest, I feel like for the rest of the year, it's definitely not gonna happen. I do think that, you know, other people that spend more money in the boutiques are gonna have priority, especially coming into the holiday season. So I'm totally okay with that. I'm hoping that, you know, sometime next year before my birthday, hopefully she comes around and I get to add Nugget's little sister, which will hopefully be a Black Kelly 25 with gold hardware. For blush, I'm going with my e.l.f. Camo blush. I believe this is the name, Camo Liquid Blush. This one is in the color Coming In Hot Pink. That's funny. And guys, a little dab of this blush goes an extremely long way. So I'm gonna do this really quick because this can be a little bit of a makeup fail for me, as it has been before, and then we'll continue on with the other questions as I get into like the eye makeup and stuff like that. Okay, next up, taking it back to the YouTube content, somebody asked how much time I spend kind of planning, editing, recording, and so on and so forth. And thankfully my job, I have like 2 really busy, you know, like full on sit down in the desk, kind of like the whole 8 hours kind of thing. And then the other 2 weeks I can really play around with. So I more or less, you know, there's always juices flowing in my mind, honestly, with content. Sometimes I see something that calls my attention and, you know, it kind of opens Pandora's box, and then I kind of want to build, you know, something around that. Sometimes I'm just thinking of, you know, what is it that I would like to see at this point in time, and I build content around that. So I've used to, you know, write out like everything, do bullet points, but obviously as you do this often, you know, more and more, you kind of like it becomes like your routine. So I've gotten past the really like writing down a lot of bullet points. I just want to, you know, focus on like the main things that I know I don't want to miss. And then I know that, you know, as I start talking, everything else will come along. For my eyeshadow, I'm using this little Wet n Wild palette. It was actually a recommendation from a friend here on YouTube, and I love it. It has like the perfect kind of like neutral shades that I would need. So it's been a go-to for me for now. So honestly, I don't think that like planning and filming takes me too long. Like I can honestly, if I have everything planned out and I sit down and I'm gonna film, I can honestly film about 3 videos in about I want to say like 2.5 hours. What takes me the longest is editing, just because I really like to go in and kind of like add a lot of b-roll, you know, do funny faces or add just little notes here and there, because that's what I like seeing. So when it comes to something like that, I have to pull those pictures, or I have to pull that b-roll, I have to edit that, I have to link it into the video, and that can take me, there's videos that can probably take me about, I think the longest one probably has taken me about 3 to 4 hours to edit. So it really just depends on the content that I am, you know, putting together at that moment in time. But as I said, there's just a lot that goes behind it. And this particular person actually that asked me the question is Nikki from Somehow Adulting here. She also has a YouTube channel, so I'm pretty sure that she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I kind of finished off the rest of my eye makeup off camera because I felt like I was gonna poke my eye. I still have to do my mascara and my eyebrows, but let me go ahead and set all the little cream stuff that I have used. The last question that I wanted to answer was, somebody asked me what it is that I actually do for work, and I am a financial analyst for a payment processing company. So that's basically why there's kind of like 2 weeks that are very like stressed and very like work filled for me, because I do work on paying out residuals, and then at the end of the month is when, like, you know, those final reports come in order for me to process and be able to send out the residuals to get paid. Okay, so here's the final look. I went for this little kind of felt skirt. I've had it for years, but I thought it was kind of appropriate for the winter season. And then it's still very warm out, you guys, so I couldn't do a long sleeve. I opted for a turtleneck kind of sleeveless top that I have. I am taking a jean jacket just in case it cools down at night. I can throw it over. And then the star of the outfit are my Zara shoes. If you caught that vlog, I shared how I have found these in Zara and I'm obsessed. I love them. So I knew I wanted to kind of like base my outfit around the shoes, because I felt like those would be kind of the finishing touch to the whole look. For the bag, I am going with my little Bastille bag. I do have to close her up, but a black bag never fails a kind of like simple outfit like this one. I hope you guys enjoyed this chatty get ready with me, and thank you to the ones that left a few questions. As always, I appreciate all of you for taking some time to hang out with me today. I hope you enjoyed Thanksgiving Day with your loved ones, and I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye everyone.